My wife started a new job and got brainwashed by her colleagues into thinking the miserable single life was the way to go. She served me with a protection order and proof that I was cheating. So I told her sayonara, because she just ruined her own life by doing this to herself. Hey, I'm in a really ugly fight with my soon-to-be ex-wife right now. I don't want to discuss this with people close to me because I think I need an unbiased opinion. So I'm turning to the Reddit community for help, and I hope you'll be kind to me because I'm going through a rough patch right now. So about 2 weeks ago, my wife served me with divorce papers and a petition for protective order against me along with proof of me cheating on her. The reason why the proof is in double quotes will make sense soon. For context, my wife, 31 female, and I, 44 male, have been married for 5 years. We were in a serious relationship for 3 years before that, and she was the one who wanted to get married as soon as possible, so she could start a family. We went ahead according to her plan and made sure she was married before 30, even though I wasn't too keen to get married. Not because I didn't love her enough, but just because I'd always been kind of anti-marriage since my parents were divorced and I've never wanted to end up like that. But I also didn't want to lose my wife, so I went along with her life's plan and married her. She wanted to have kids before 35 because she didn't think that after 35 she'd be willing to go through pregnancy, and that was reasonable enough. However, a couple of months ago, I sat her down and had a serious discussion with her and told her that I just didn't think that having kids was a good idea right now because both of us were in a great place and I just didn't feel ready to be a dad. Surprisingly, she said that she felt the same way and told me that we could just adopt later on in life or opt for surrogacy. But for now, she wanted to live life on her own terms too, and didn't want to be bogged down by kids. So we were on the same page at the time and we decided to remain child-free for the time being. I believe that the reason she changed her mind at the time was because she just started working at an online magazine for women specifically, and a lot of her colleagues were single women who were a lot younger than her. The older co-workers were either divorced with grown kids or the ones who were married and were around our age. Very few of them had children. I wasn't sure of it at the time, but now I'm certain that was it. The culture of her new workplace was kind of misandrist, if I'm being honest, and it was all very "I hate men." I didn't care about it initially because I love my wife and I'd like to think that before she started working at that magazine, she did love me as well. So I wasn't worried, and I like to think of myself as a modern feminist man, which is why I believe that whatever her colleagues believed, she wouldn't fall for it, and it definitely would not extend to me. But I was unfortunately quite mistaken. I'd read some of the articles that my wife and her colleagues would publish on their website, and it would always take me by surprise because empowering women was one thing that I supported. But their magazine was pretty openly misandrist and would even put down other women who would choose to get married and opt for a more traditional way of life, which I thought was kind of strange. I'm not an expert on gender studies, but I didn't feel very comfortable with the kind of content my wife was involved in publishing. And we even discussed it several times, but she always reassured me that it was just her work and she didn't actually share the same views as her colleagues, so I felt better about it. However, recently she'd been sort of distant from me and had been refusing to spend time, claiming that she was tired, but then she'd stay up for hours later talking on the phone or texting her coworkers. I feared she was losing interest and tried to organize date nights, but she'd complained that I was trying too hard and she felt smothered. So I stopped that as well and decided to give her some space and focus on my work instead, like she was. I think that's what backfired on me in a way, because a week ago, my wife sent over divorce papers